Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're gonna talk about how to get funded, the easiest way to get funded, and let's go right into it. Okay, first, you want to be funded in like 1 to 3 days max, because it's pointless if you already traded a little bit. It's pointless to just go for 1 month to pass the evil because you don't get any money from it. So let's get right into this. Here you can see my certificate of my funded 50k from Tradeify. But let's go. For this example, I will use Tradeify because I trade with them. Okay, first, here are the 7 ways. Best way to get funded. First, have a profitable strategy. Myself, I use the Silver Bullet by ICT, but I trade it a little bit my way. I will make a video on it in the future. But first, get a good strategy with at least 50% win rate. Nowadays, it's easy to get. You can just pick any strategy that is kind of popular and profitable. You can use Silver Bullet, you can use the merge model, the AMD, inverse fair value gaps, CRT, doesn't matter. Just practice it, backtest it for 1-2 months and buy a fund and go into it. Okay, the second, select a prop firm. For this example, I will use Tradeify because I already got a payout on this, and tomorrow I'll probably get my second one. So yeah, you can use any. You can use Lucid, Topstep, FTMO, Apex. Doesn't really matter. All are pretty much the same, I believe. But Tradeify is a little bit cheaper. So then, when you select a prop firm, you have a good strategy. You're gonna buy the account. The easiest way for me was to go with the select account. The 50k you can get for $100 if you use the code here. I don't have my code yet, so you can use this one. For $100, I'll show you here on my evil. So yesterday I lost, today I won one trade, but doesn't matter. So to pass the evil, you need to get 3k dollars. So you start with 50k, you need to go, you need to make 53k. So the best example I can give you is the trade I took today. Obviously you don't have to trade like me, this is only an example. Okay, let's see. I took this trade, they doesn't matter. But for example, this is a good setup. For me, I wait for the session sweep, break of structure into a fair value gap into the AM window. Okay, and I risk 1 to 2 always. So basically you need to risk $500 to make 1k dollars, and you can do this 3 days in a row. If you win 3 days in a row with an A plus setup, it's really possible. Then you will get this certificate that you're a funded trader. And also you don't need to make a buffer on this. That's the nice part. When you get funded, like I was on this account here, I think, on the 9th. Basically, when you're funded, now let's get to the next step. Where did I? Okay. So what is this shit? Okay. You risk 500 to RR 3 days. You make it to the funded stage. When you're on the funded stage, you have a drawdown limit of 2k, like on evil, before the first payout. So the best thing is to risk $250 because you will get 8 to 10 days of losses in a row. And if you are using a good strategy, that's really not possible. Just don't overtrade, and that's pretty much it. So risk $250 for 5 days. You need to, like here, winning days. You need to get 5 winning days with at least $150 profit. So for example, If you make 200 times 2, that's 400 times 5, that's $2,000. Minus the fee, it's like 190 something, doesn't matter. So you get to keep half of it, so you get like 1K, and then the firm takes 10%, so you will be left with $900. When you withdraw the $100, you will get a payout. It feels really great, nice. You can scale up, buy one more account like me, use the money for something you like, invest, doesn't matter with what you do with it, it's your choice. But I will suggest to buy another account or wait for a second payout then to buy an account. But for now, the problem is when you get the first payout, your buffer will reduce to like this, 50,100. So you will have a buffer of 901K dollars left. So the next part is when you get the first payout, lower the risk. You need to keep the account alive, not gamble it away. It's stupid. When you lower the risk to 100 to $150, I personally risk 150 or I think like 180, I believe. 180, yeah, for me. But you can risk like that. When you risk 150 to make 300 times 5, plus the buffer before, like you get this buffer before, you have 2.5K. And 2.5K, you can withdraw like $750, and you will be left with this buffer. This will be your buffer, and when this is your buffer, it's better than $900, right? So when you get the second payout, you will be left with like this kind of buffer. Then times 8, this is how much you can risk if you want, because you can't lose 8 trades in a row. It's really impossible. That's like 2 weeks of losing. You can risk this, for example, or you can go like 250. You can go like this again. Just rinse and repeat this. It's really simple. For every time, select a prop firm, you have a strategy, risk to pass the evil in 3 days, then lower the risk on funded. When you get the payout, lower the risk again to build a little bit of a buffer. Then when you get the payout, then you can do the same thing. Risk 200, 250, and then on and on and on. And my suggestion is, when you reach 4 payouts, the 5th payout you will get put on live. You can trade on the live. I don't have experience with that, but I think I will keep trading on live when I get put on live. Most people don't like it. I don't know why. Maybe the split is bigger for them. I don't really know, but I will tell you, and I will make a video when I will be live. But this is the 7 steps you need to follow to get your funded account in 3 days and get a payout in like 1 week. It took me I took an loss, then I took 3 winning trades, or 4 I believe. I passed it in 4 days. Then I got my payout in 6 days. So basically in 10 days I got $900. That's really nice. I paid for the account 100, so times 8. And I would suggest, when you got your psychology under control, you can repeat with more accounts. First go 2, then 3, then 5, then trade a little bit with 5, get more, but doesn't matter. But this is the simplest and the easiest way for you to get funded and to keep the account alive. Just remember, you need to keep the account alive. Don't just get one payout and gamble it away, because you will just damage your psychology that way. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any question, you can leave it in the comments down below. I will try to upload 2 videos a week. Also, I'm sorry for my English is not so good right now because I'm not used to it speaking so much. But in the future, you can expect a lot of videos, maybe some vlogs, because I will go in vacation in Spain in 2-3 weeks, so we will see what we can make. But this is really it for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, just leave down in the comments. And that's it. Bye guys.